Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are having a go at Lens Island. Now, I'm actually quite familiar with this game because a long time ago, the main developer of this game, Julian, reached out to me in an email to check out Lens Island, and I did so, and I thought it was really cool. For a while, I played it, and then I kind of branched off to other games, Scum, Stalker, that kind of thing. But I noticed that this game is now in 1.0, it's in full release. There's actually been a few patches, hotfixes, updates and stuff like that since 1.0. So I'm back, checking it out, and today I'm going to go through the tutorial with you guys, and hopefully we're going to complete our first quest today. This is Lens Island. This is how the game is. This is how the game is. I love games like this. It's top down. It's a very interesting looking game. And there we go. There's our first little tutorial there. So, let me just explain it to you without reading prompts. When you attack something, you'll notice that there's a little white circle that emits around the tool. If I toggle or click as soon as that white circle appears, I actually speed up my action, and it does a little bit more damage as well. This is across all the tools, I believe. All of them. Even the fishing rod, I believe even the hunting bow as well. And what I'm going to show you next is a little bit of a cool feature about this game. It's something that I really, really like. And I think games like this, at least the survival adventure style games, should definitely have this. If I press tab, yep, this is our inventory system, right? So we've got materials, we've got our, this is our buildables, this is our base building, it's all modular and stuff like that, it's all construction. These are our tools, so we've got our weapons and we have our tools. And then we've also obviously got our wearables or our equipables, if you want to call them that. But this number right here, out of 50, represents how much of these particular resources I can carry. So I can carry 50 plant fibers, wood, hardwood, bamboo, etc, etc. Same goes for the food, same goes for the seeds and the flowers here. The flower, the cloth, these flowers, the marigolds, the lavender, the roses, the cotton, as well as different types of fish, different types of animal products, and the ink and stuff like that, as well as the arrows as well. You can see I've got 6 arrows right here. But that's how it's done, and the way that you level up that inventory is you level up your backpack. If you look at my back, you can see a little kind of brown backpack right there. And as you level it up, you expand it by about 50 slots, I believe it is. So, what to do, or what I'm going to attempt to do, at least in this video, hopefully, is I'm going to try and expand my backpack from out of 50 to out of 100. So, we're going to follow the tutorial as I said. So, we've got blueberries, we've got wood, now we need to collect stone and we need to build a house. Now, you guys know me, when it comes to building, I like to go out. All out. I like to go all out. And this is a really cool feature about the game as well. You can kind of domino effect the culling of the trees. You can knock them down, and you can knock them down in a sequence. So if I was to stand over here and start cutting that direction, it would end up falling onto this tree. This tree would then fall onto this tree, and then this tree would fall into this tree right as well. So you can minimize the amount of wood chopping by simply just lining up the trees correctly. Now we do have a map right now. To our north, there's a little town. So let's go to the town first. I'll let you see the town. The towns are actually quite quaint. I like them, and you can actually level up these towns, believe it or not. So this is our simple little town, and this place is called Bridgewater Town. And as you can see, to level up to level 2, we have to do specific resources right here. And it's got a few things. So if we go over here, you can see there's a boat. He sells a whole bunch of fish. So he sells raw swordfish, a small bowl to keep fish in. Raw fugu, also known as our fun little puffer fish. Anglerfish, bluegill, rainbow trout, and here we can buy a wooden fishing pole. So there's quite a few things that these vendors can actually kind of give to you. I'm going to quickly jump down here and take out this barrel, because the barrels hold, you know, just little items here and there, and I'm going to gather this clay as well. Now, like I said, with the little bubble that forms around your tool, as soon as you click that, you can see how fast he swings back into motion. So I'm just going to go along back to Bridgewater. I'm going to show you the rest of the vendors. So we've got a blacksmith right here. He's casually smithing up a nice sword. He sells scavenged metal, coal, and stone. He also has a couple of items for sale. He has a leather helmet, and he has a leather gambazon. We need 60 gold and 4 tanned leather. And the benefit for us is a bonus critical hit damage, so 5%. Which is pretty good. Over here we've got wood, and over here we've got a bait box used for storing bait inside. It will attract animals if they like the bait. So we could bait in like rabbits, we could bait in chickens, and I think we can bait in, oh, there's a wee cat! And we can bait in deer as well. Not just that, we can also buy a hunting bow. And there's also our raw hides right here. And over here we have the florist. Steph, any farming tips? Before you go tossing seeds around, make sure you've crafted yourself a watering can. Very important. And she also sells a bunch of beneficial wearable items. So a farmer's bandana and a farmer's hat. 20% extra seed chance from harvesting, and 25% extra seed chance from harvesting from this. So if you wear both of these, I would imagine, if you wear both of these, you might be able to get a nice big 45% chance. So almost 50%. We've got a window planter here, which we can buy the blueprint for. A tall pot of plants, we can buy the blueprint for that. But not just that, we've got different types of seeds here. So we've got wheat seeds, rose seeds, blueberry seeds, marigolds. Round here we've actually got the roses themselves, marigolds, and we've got blueberries as well. So that's the town. Oh, and before we go anywhere, before we even do anything, it does have a mine shaft right here. This leads us into the mines. But let's get back to the tutorial right now. Let's grab some stone, and then let's build ourselves a little house. Now, I've got an idea, general idea of where I want to build my house. It's to the south of the island. And I'm hoping to build a little dock there. And maybe even a few other things as well. But before we do that, let's get ourselves... What we'll do is we'll actually fill our inventory of 50 rocks, or 50 stone, and 50 wood. Just so we're well and truly prepared for this. Okay, that's 46. Have we filled up on our wood? We have. Now, there is a hunger system in the game. You can see it down here. The very bottom here, these yellow kind of stomach icons. There's a wee rabbit right here. You see him? He's just chilling. You do need to feed yourself. You do need to eat things, and obviously eating things will raise your health points passively. I believe there's also some bandages and stuff like that in the game. I've not played too much. Not too much. I've played plenty, but not too much. There's some things that we can sell right there. Get some roses. We could probably get ourselves an early fishing rod, actually. Now, this place looks quite ideal, but the only thing kind of letting it down is the sparseness of wood. So I want to go closer to somewhere that's got a little bit more wood. So open up our map, and the density of the trees can be seen by the coloration. So light green is very much like this. The dark green is very much the trees are hiding all of the grass. Can you see that? Look at the size of the trees here. Absolutely massive trees here. So I think, and we've also got a little pond here which has got some fish. We've got a nice clay deposit right here. There's 3 deposits of clay. We've got some rocks over here. We've got rocks over here. I think we should build our house relatively close to this little pond right here. So, let's clear a little space. Cut down a couple of trees. obviously we can't carry any more logs or any more wood. So what we'll do is we'll just cut down these trees, build our house, and when we need to get more wood, we can just come back to the piles that are kind of lying on the ground as well. So I'm going to do a nice little L-shaped building, I think. Timber. Remember I was talking about the domino effect? There we go. Easy peasy. So cut down these trees, clear a nice big space, and then we will get to building. Okay. I don't want to build it too close to the pond. I also don't want to build it too close to the trees. So we'll compromise. We'll go a little bit between. Right, one more tree. And then we press F. And now we can start building our first home. Now I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Just like that. So I'm going to do the L shape that way. So I'm going to start from the back here. Do that. Of course that's obstructed, so we need to cut down that tree. Trees cut down. Okay, we're already full of wood, so we don't have to worry about collecting the rest of that. So, what I like to do is I like to build these little support beams before I do anything. It doesn't really matter the direction of them. I just like to build them like this, right around the bottom portion of the base, like this. There we go. As you can see, the parts of the wall kind of disappear as the camera rotates. I'm using my right mouse button to rotate it. So what we're going to do is we do have some glass, so I'm going to put a little... I'm going to put a little bit of glass there. And we'll do a simple little door right there. And now, put a little window right there. A little window right there. And the rest of the walls can just be filled in planks of wood. Not enough resources, that's okay. What we can do is we can jump down here, collect all these. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get to those ones down there? Well, very easy actually. Let's just recycle that and fill in the rest of the walls. Oh, can you hear it? Can you hear my stomach growling? It seems as though we need to start eating soon. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll put one more. Oh, we've not got enough glass. Oh well. That's a shame. I was hoping to get some more. I was hoping to get one more out of that. That's fine. This is alright. We'll just fill in that space. Just like that. And there you have it. Right, we need to build something to store all this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this. And we're going to double click. Double click. Double click, double click. And it just jumps straight in. And now we can collect the rest of these. Just so it's a nice clean area. Free of logs. Just kind of lying there. Grab the rest of these ones. We still need to put a roof on this, by the way. So that's the next part. And I've also forgot there's actually a wall missing right here. So we need to sort that out too. Okay, so we need our stone. So let's grab our stone back. So double click. And we can get our stone back. There we are. And completed. Cool. So, now we need to get our clay. You can also drag your resources back to your inventory. So, let's do this. Now you're probably wondering, I can't see. Press E. E for echo. And there we go. There we have it. Nice L-shaped building. Very, very nice. Look at that. How does that not look nice? With the blue tiled roof. That looks awesome. You can actually upgrade it to stone, which we will be doing fairly soon right here. I want to get a kind of stone foundation, actually. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to expand this out just one more. Like that. And then I'm going to put that like that. Lovely. So we've got a little porch now. Awesome. Now, it's looking kind of relatively empty at the moment. So we kind of need to fill it up a wee bit. We kind of need to fill this out a wee bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the rooms here a wee bit. It seems as though we need more resources. So let's just drag these back across. Press F again. I want a door. I want the door there. I want that wall right there. So this part is going to be my bedroom. And this is going to be my main crafting area. This is going to be where I do all my magic. Alright. So in here, it wants us to create a bed. So pressing F, we go to furniture. Or sorry, machinery. Somehow this is in... somehow the bed is in machinery. So, we shall place our bed right there. We have a campfire. Now, I'm going to place this outside. Don't worry, you can place it inside. I just like to place it outside. I just like to place it out here. Okay, that's obstructed by a stump. Oh, there's a wee rabbit! Let him out! Right, what we'll do is we'll place it right here in this kind of open space right here. Did you see we took damage? Our hunger bar. We need to eat something, so middle mouse button. Or you can drag it to here and press number 6. Easy, right? Okay, let's fill up the rest of our blueberries right now. We got some seeds out of that, which is really good. So we also need a workbench as well. So let's place a workbench, and we'll place it just at the very front, right here. Lovely. And with this workbench, as I said, we can level up our inventory slots to 100. And we can also unlock all this cool stuff. So we can unlock the ability to make a spear, a hammer, a shield, a refinery, a smelter, a fletching table, a wooden raft, a void chest, and a ballista bow. Now we just have to set our spawn point, which means we just have to left click, set bed. I've reached level 1. Enter the mines from Bridgewater, mine 3 shards. We've already got 10 stone. We need to build an anvil and we need to upgrade our bowie knife. Now, as you can see, here's the anvil. In order to get the anvil, we need iron shards. We've also got a watering can blueprint. We need to put this in the anvil to create this specific item. You can't drag this to your hotbar. This is not an item, this is just a blueprint. Okay? So what we're going to do is before we go, you notice that I went to level 1. We're going to press C. This is the compendium. Now each individual thing has its benefits. So we've got skilled farmer. A 20% chance to double seeds collected from plants, plus 10 total base health pool, and 25% increased healing from cooked food. Skilled Explorer, 50% chance to double fish and meat collected, 10% base damage increase, so we deal more damage. Skilled Assassin, chance to double dark essence double the dark essence harvested. This is from the enemies that we are going to kill. 25% bonus critical hit damage, very good for fighting a lot of them. And 25% increased healing from a full belly. And the last one is a skilled crafter. 25% chance to double wood and stone gathered. Minus 50 hunger drain over time. I'm going to go for the minus 50 hunger drain over time, because I am still collecting a lot of resources, specifically stone and wood. I'm going to unlock this. This unlocks the skilled digger and the skilled miner. But we can also branch back into the skilled assassin, the skilled farmer, and we'd have to go around to get the skilled explorer as well. As you can see, there are other things when we reach or when we expand out of this. So far, so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store some stuff up. I'm going to store up my wood, I'm going to store up my plant fibre, I'm going to store up my stone. Now, this storage right here, I think it goes to a max of 150. I think it goes to 150. And these are all the available items that you can store in this. So you can store just about everything in this small storage box. Okay. And what we can do is we can just quickly gather the rest of this stuff up. And what I'll do is I'll gather a little bit more stone, a little bit more clay, and then we'll plant that back into the small storage. Then we'll go to Bridgewater and enter the mines. Now, the first resource that we want to try and get in Bridgewater mines is coal, believe it or not. Coal not only is a fuel source, it is a way for us to actually light things. So, in order to get some ambient light, some artificial lighting in the game, we need to get ourselves some coal. So that's the other thing that we're going to get. I'm more set on getting the coal than I am the iron shards. Even though the iron shards are part of the... Oh, we just got a really cool item right there. We got some sapphires. Sapphires, precious gem found while refining clay. We can sell these. We can sell them at the trader, but we need to level it up to level 2 town in order to do that. Right. Run, little bunny! Right, what we're going to do is we are going to run back to the town and we're going to do a little bit of mining. Here we go. The world itself is really, really pleasant to look at. If I zoom out even more, the colours of the world, the way that the lighting works, the shadows, everything looks absolutely immaculate. Right, this is the mine. We're going to go into a loading screen. I'm going to skip over it so we're going on a nice constant episode. No loading screens here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Now, as you can see, there is a massive shift in the colouring and there's a massive shift in the ambience. Now, the cool thing about this game is not only does right mouse button holding it down allow you to rotate the camera, but it allows you to pitch it up to see a top-down view and down to look beyond what you can actually already see. So as you can see, there's a lot in this cave. There is a lot in this cave, but first we need to do some collecting. And funnily enough, I do know where there is actually some iron. And this right here is positioned perfectly for me to do this. Here's the iron right here. So I'm going to collect this. And it should give me at least 6. Now, I have doubled the amount of output on this game, in this save, because I like to get ahead a little bit. So, I've doubled the amount of harvestable goods by default, including what I've actually skilled into, so it gives me a lot of resources back. But that's the only thing I've really changed. Pretty much giving me more resources, more bang for my buck. And as you can see there, I got some coal. So let's just have a little look around here. Let's just double check that we've collected all the coal from this area. Gonna get those little mushrooms. Now the cool thing about the coal, I can start lighting these little lanterns right now. Just like that. Okay, so that doesn't look like anything that I should be gathering. I think that's just stone. So I'm not really interested in stone. I want to get coal and I want to get iron. So there's some iron right there. Now I'm going to show you something quite cool. Now you saw I have a roll. If I press shift, I do a roll. But if I jump and press shift, I can do a somersault. And it allows me to get to places that are a little bit further afield from my character. Maybe I can't quite reach it with just a standard jump. So you jump and then you press shift. And that way, you can close gaps really quickly. Just like that. We're going to gather this coal. And then, hopefully, we're going to get out of here. Now, remember, you're not locked. Your camera's not locked to just this view. You can rotate. You can rotate your whole world. Just like this. So you can actually time and gauge your jumps quite efficiently here. Ah, this is a cool thing. So, this requires us to repair it with plant fibre and wood. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any with me. However, if I was to, I would be getting more coal and more iron. Can you see it right there? Just above where the lantern is. If I stop moving my mouse. There it is. That's the other bit of iron that we could probably get. But looking at our inventory, we've got 16 fragments. That should be more than enough. So, jump, shift. Jump, shift. And there we go. We're safe. What I'm going to quickly do is grab this stone. Seeing as how I've got 40 stone in my pockets already, I may as well make it 50. Fill it all up. Make sure that the containers at home are nice and full of resources for me to utilise. There's even more coal right there. So we can just grab that. And then we'll make our way home. We'll build a anvil. And then we will upgrade our bowie knife. And not just that, we'll be able to get the watering can as well. So, let's just gauge where we are. So, ooh, there's a slime place over there. So that's where we want to go. We want to go this direction. We want to go back to the mine entrance. And we can see it from its ambient glow. There we go. The light coming in like that. This is our exit. And it seems we have reached nighttime. Which is good and also bad, because we're about to experience what the enemies in this game look like. They do show up at nighttime. Let's just quickly grab this these logs right here. That stone. We will be able to spot these enemies quite easily. Oh, maybe they're not making a show. Okay, there's our little pond. And here's our little base. So what we can do is we can sleep off the night. Click on the bed. Sleep. And that way, we can move ourselves straight to daytime. Right, let's build an anvil. Okay, what I want to do... I'll build it... Where will I build it? I'll build it at the window. I'll build it right here. Okay, let's click on this. Now, it said to upgrade the bowie knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the bowie knife to here, asking for 10 wood, 3 plant fibres and 1 iron shard, holding left mouse button on upgrade. We have reached the Iron Age and we now have an iron sword, but not just that, ladies and gentlemen. We can upgrade the rest of our tools here, so let's just do that. And the pickaxe. Now, we have much better tools. We have iron tools now. We have an iron axe and an iron pickaxe. And not just that, we have a skill point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out here. Doubles the limestone mined, doubles the clay mined. So I don't want any of that. I would like to try and get some skilled farming going. So I'm going to unlock the total base health connection here, which unlocks the ability to unlock this next one right here, which is the skilled farmer skill set. So let's just check over what we can actually make now. So we can make wood frame farm blocks. And we can make a wooden well. Now, not just this, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what I said, that we could upgrade all of these? You can actually filter by particular types of buildings. So you can go stone buildings, you can do ornate buildings, you can do pagoda, and you can do gothic. Now, I'm 100% for the gothic look. This look with the gothic look, especially the gothic glass, the stained glass. This is my type of building. It's very much like plaster, and that kind of grey with the lumber, that lumber grey. The grey being the plaster and the lumber obviously being the outline. I'm very much for it. So, checking how much stone we have. Let's upgrade our. Let's get a gothic base. Nice gothic base, and what we'll do in here is we'll just do a typical stone base. Press F, and if we walk outside now, we can see the inside, and we can also see the outside has changed as well. See how it's now raised? It's no longer on the platform, it's now on a nice stone foundation. This game's awesome. This game's really cool for the visuals. Okay, let's get on with the tutorial quest line. So we need to go to the dungeon entrance, light the obelisk to reveal the keystones on your map. So that is right there. So we've actually built our home very close to it. So let's get to it. So here's the obelisk. Let's activate it. Map updated. So we've got 3 locations to move to. Before we do that, I'm going to cut down some trees, and we're going to gather some plant fibre, because there's a little place over here that I need to use wood and plant fibre. Now, the iron tools, as you can see, are a little bit more efficient, and they're a wee bit more harder hitting as well. It seems as though we've already got a lot of wood, so we may as well get our plant fibre. We want to get big swaths of it. Big swaths of plant fibre if possible. Preferably not cutting the tree with a sword. That is an excellent way to blunt your instruments. Obviously that's not in this game, but generally speaking. There we go. 41, that should be sufficient. What is our clay looking like? Let's mine this. You can see how fast he swings the pickaxe and the axe now. It's a lot more efficient. Let's gather these roses. We can, in fact, sell them. Okay, let's grab this stone as well. That little deer's having a little splish splash. So we're actually fairly close to one of the locations that we need to get to. It seems as though we need to cross a little bit of water. There's lots of plant fibre right here. Oh, there's a pumpkin. There we go, we got some pumpkin seeds too. There's another pumpkin, we'll take that. Lots and lots of plant fibre. Oh, there's even more pumpkins right there. Oh, and it seems as though we have enemies spawning. Or an area for enemies to spawn. So we have 4 void. In fact, I'll find out what its name is right now. Dark Essence is what it's called. Not Void Essence, Dark Essence. Oh, weapon tier 2 low, huh? So it seems as though these trees need a little bit heavier duty weapons or heavier duty tools to take them out. We have an ancient tablet here. 0 of 10 unlocked, we may as well learn it. And it seems as though we need to go in here. Well, it seems as though we're inside another cave, and look at that, we've got even more iron here. So let's quickly gather this. And let's just have a little look-see at what we're dealing with right now. So we've got... Oh, so it's mostly that direction. So there's the thing that we need to kind of toggle for the quest. Lovely. Is this a repairable one? What we can do is do this. Now, is there any more? Uh-oh, there's an enemy right there. There's another one. We can repair this. Excellent. Some coal there. Some coal over there. Are we all coaled out? We're all coaled up. So we're looking for more iron. I don't see any more iron down there. Ah, enemies have come. I do not think so, little spiderlings. Little voidlings. Let's just scan around here. These seem to be just stone. We could collect a little bit more stone. Just collect this one right here and then we'll call it a day. There we go. This has got 50 stone. Let's get out of here. There's that little voidling over there. Cross across here. Alright. Let's see if we can make it. We can indeed. What about up here? Nothing up here. Right, let's exit this mine. Excellent. Now we need to activate the eastern keystone and the northern keystone. So let's get moving out. So next location we are heading to is to the north. As soon as we hit the north one, we'll go and hit the eastern one. Whilst I am here as well, I may as well look for some loot. You can see that there's bottles scattered around the map as well. Bottles are very, very good. Very useful resource because they allow you to make windows. Because you obviously have to put glass in the window frames. Alright, this next one should be relatively close. That's a nice big stag over there. That would give me a lot of food. Seems as though we've got another bridge to repair. And I'm going to quickly open these up. Level 3. Lovely, we've activated that. Let's get ourselves the skilled farmer. Excellent. One more location to check out, and then we have to head back and unlock the main dungeon on the Bridgewater Island, which is essentially back where we activated the big obelisk, the dungeon entrance. Remember, you can move your camera around if you can't see in front of you. If you want to know what's coming up, you can kind of just angle it. We've got 48 arrows. I might consider selling some stuff. I might consider selling some blueberries, maybe? Maybe some of the marigolds, etc. And getting some money, because I don't have any at the moment. So I could consider that. So we've got 56 berries. How many berries is she willing to... Oh. 20 gold. How much is she selling the bow for? 30. What else have we got? We've got roses. We have 45 gold. Let's buy that bow. And we can drag that bow to there. Excellent. We've got 15 gold left over. Let's go get the fishing rod. We now have a wooden fishing rod. Now, the fishing in this game is very straightforward. It's very, very straightforward, and I thoroughly enjoy it. There's a lot of satisfaction to it. But before we do that, before we do some fishing, before we do some collecting of the fishies, we're going to go over here, activate the eastern keystone, and then that will be us set and ready to go for the next mission. There's some marigolds right there. Oh, there's some chickens. Let's just get rid of them. Lovely. Of course, these animals respawn on the island. They don't permanently. They're not permanently gone. So you don't have to really worry about them being kind of extinct from the island, as such. Just if you don't find them, just sleep off the world, and oh yeah, use air rolls to cover big distances. But you can just jump just right here. Now, this tree right here is a pear tree. I'm going to cut this pear tree down. Activate. We've leveled up, so let's get ourselves another healing thing. So what I want to do is I want to get my base damage leveled up. So now, we're a skilled farmer. We are a skilled crafter. And we know how to kick ass. Let's get these marigolds. And that's us. We're ready to unlock the main dungeon, which is located back at our base. So, let's head back. And let's do a little bit of fishing before we do the dungeon. Let's find a couple of fish and let's cook them up. Let's fry some fish. That'll give us some decent meals for us to use, and I believe increased it from cooked food. So if we cook our fish, means we're going to get a buff. We're going to get a benefit from it. So like before, we're just going to double click here and just place everything that we've found into here. So as you can see, 105, 118. The resources stack. This is very good. I think it's time to go fishing. So there's a little fishing spot right here. You can kind of see that there's a little fish kind of rotating in a circle right there. You see them? So clicking number 5, we're going to fish in there. And when that rod tip bends like that, left click every time the bubble shows up. If there's a red bubble, we do not click it. And we got some bluegill by the looks of it. Yeah, some raw bluegill. So let's just go fishing again. Let's see if we can get the other species that's in this pool right here. There we go. Another bluegill. A small sunfish found in fresh water. We want what else is in here, the other species, the other unknown species in here. We want that one. And we got ourselves a rainbow trout. So there's a 60% chance of catching bluegill here and a 40% chance of finding rainbow trout. And it seems as though we have trees regrowing. Alright. It seems as though we can't use coal as a fuel source here. We need to use wood. Let's take that 22 wood. Oops. Whoops. Okay, let's drop that in there. If I walk about a bit, there we go, we can collect it back up again. And let's put in our bluegill. Let's light that fire. Let's zoom in. We have cooked fish pieces. And it tells you the recipe over here, so we've got what is obviously game meat, cooked game meat, dry hides or raw hides to tanned leather, bluegill and sardines to fish. What was it called again? Cooked fish pieces, and we've got marlin, which turns into cooked fish fillets. So let's put the rainbow trout in there. That's going to give us a fish fillet. Or a fish fillet. going to wait for that output to drop on, and we're going to eat it. There we go. And we'll eat some of the fish pieces as well. It seems like we can, which is good because we are now full of hunger, and this will be benefiting our health points right now. So, one last thing for me to do. Let's see if we can upgrade some of this stuff. Let's see if we can get ourselves a makeshift shield. Because I would really like to get that. So we need 40 wood, and we need metal components, and we need plant fibre. Salvage metal. What's that? So we've got everything but the wood. So let's get the wood. Now, one thing to note here. Be very careful where you cut down your trees, because if they land on your house, they will damage it. That is a thing that can happen in this game. They will land on your house and they will crack the walls. They will damage the walls. Oh, the bees! I forgot there was bees in this game. Oy! Okay, that's lots of wood right there. So let's level up our... There we go. Excellent. So now we can unlock the blueprints for a shield and such. So let's get the metal fragments. Let's get the stone. Let's get the plant fibre. And let's do this. Press tab. And let's learn the shield. Let's learn the... Oh, we're out of wood. That's no matter. That's not a problem. We can just walk over all this wood that we collected right here. Go back into the house. Same thing applies. Easy peasy. There's our spear. And our hammer. Lovely. And the last thing that we'll do is the watering can. Perfect. We've got a few new things here. We've got our smelter, we've got a refinery, we've got a fletching table, we've got a ballista, armor stand. But the big thing is, we've got ourselves a shield. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there, put that there. I'm going to return that to my bag, return that to my bag, I'm going to put that spear right there. I'm going to put my shield there. So press number 4, press number 2. Press E and we can do a special attack. Hold Q and left click, we can do a shield bash. You can see how fast this thing stabs. It's a very cool weapon. Very, very cool weapon. And we've got a little bit of armor, and it's all down to this little shield right here. It's also got a roll cooldown, which is very, very handy because what we're about to do requires a lot of rolling. So let's go enter a dungeon. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? I think we are. Let's enter the dungeon. The Ancient Caves. How about that? We are now in the dungeon, and it seems as though we got some cash. Let's just light our way here. This little entrance point right here. So what we want to do... Oh... is I don't think we can go this direction. I think we need to go... Wait a minute, is that a crate? A crate with nothing in it. That's a shame. Okay, it seems as though we are being sallied towards this direction. So let us engage. It seems as though these darklings are not very effective. Not against me. Let's light our way. This seems to be a spawner. Excellent. The shield is coming in handy. An underwater cave. An underwater waterfall. Engage. Lovely. Let's light this. Deny him. And they are cut down. Aha. What do we have here? Metal. Oh, we're full on salvaged metal. Excellent. Ah, it seems as though we have someone that is a little bit larger than your standard enemy ahead of us. I think it's time to whip out the spear for this one. Aye, we might die. Oh no! Oh, we died! We've died! Respawn at the dungeon entrance. Well, good thing for us, we still spawn with our gear. I'm gonna try and shoot him with my bow. But it seems as though we've lost all of our items, our other items. We've still got all of our equipables, just not our items. It seems we've also lost our arrows as well, so I'm going to default to my sword and shield. And all it took was one hit. And that's us recovered all of our items. We can soldier on now. Aha! It's like I'm good at these games. Just forget the part where I died. Okay? Forget the part where I died. Trust me, I'm good at these games. I'm good at these games. Let's just take out these spawners quickly. Press E. Swing, 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 mindless swing. Attack! Get it, 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 get it. Cut it down. Lovely. I'm wondering how close I am to another skill point, because it'd be very useful to get a little boost to my overall health pool right now. Seems as though my metal is full. These little weaker ones are quite easy to tangle with. Alright, this might be the boss battle, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready? Seems as though we cannot eat anything, however what we can do is we can do this. Let's go. Oh, roll. Okay, the boss is dead. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. I need to just kind of run circles around them. Oh my god, look at them all. Oh my god. I need to get rid of the spawners. Oh man. Need to get rid of these spawners. Quick, quick. This is intense. Level 5 reached. And that's also that spawner gone. Oh, I fell off the edge! Oh, here I am. I just fell off the edge. Oh man, what a tube. Okay, I've definitely got this. I've definitely got this. There we go. I got it. 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 Complete the dungeon. We have officially won. I have succeeded. I can get some health points now. Get the health points. Where is it? I need to unlock that. Get my base damage back up. Oh my god, I did it. Got some charcoal. Or some coal, sorry. Oh. And we have a puppy, ladies and gentlemen. We have a puppy. How about that? I have a pet dog now. This is our reward. Our reward is crystals. Oh. Crystals, sapphires, and lots of money as well. Okay, let's teleport out of here. That is our, that's the dungeon complete. Let's warp out of here. And it's nighttime again. How about that? Now, the really cool thing about my dog, this little doggy right here, he goes and fetches things for me. He can fetch things for me. Alright, let's sleep off the evening. Oh, he's at the base of my bed. Right. Oh, we need some tanned leather, so we need to kill probably a deer. But there's something I need to do. That's exactly what I need to do. Give our dog a little house. How about that? How about that? Right, I think it's time we get some lighting in here as well. Not enough resources? What are we short on? Ah, wood. Let's get our wood. But first we need to go to our tools. We need to reassign our hotbar right now. Ooh. Okay, I need to quickly put this stuff away then. So double click, double click, double click, double click, and double click. There we go. Excellent. Got some crystals out of that as well. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. There's our stone. Right, I'll try and demonstrate this whole don't cut trees down next to your house. Can you see how it's damaged the house? So what you need to do is you need to take the mallet and repair it all. Oh yeah, I was putting some lighting in here, wasn't I? We've not got any coal. Because I put all my coal away, didn't I? Oh, we're now short on plant fibres. Right, surely we're not short on plant fibres now. Let's go into our room. And we'll place one there, there, and there. Lovely. Even though our roof's a little bit cluttered, we've got some wood on the roof. I wonder if I can do this. Hold on. Haha! There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Let's go. Your companion fetches items for you. What a good boy! What a good lad! What a good lad! Alright, the last thing for us to do is pretty much upgrade our adventurer's backpack. So what we need to do is we need to go hunting. Now, the question is, do I have arrows? I do have arrows. And there's our target right there. There he goes. Got him. And he collected the hides for me. Did you see that? Oh, there's another target. Got her. Got her. And I even got my arrows back from her as well. Oh. Lucky little deer. Got you. No running from me. I am the somersault hunter. I like how he just shows up when you get a little bit too far away from him. Right, now we just need to cut up these hides and turn them into tanned leather. Got you. More leathers. Got you. I know they only supply me with leathers and raw hides and stuff like that, but it's needed. It is just needed. Oh, we've got a fishing spot out there. Now, the good thing about this is, those deer gave me... Where is it? Yeah, raw venison. That's one. Soon we'll have two. And the last one shall be the one that grants us our upgraded backpack. Now what I could do whilst I wait for that is probably make this roof a little bit more interesting. So let's go get some crafting materials. Let's go get some raw materials. There we go. Jump onto this roof. So I want this one. I want that one. Now that's looking really nice. You can obviously create some really interesting structures here. Skylight. Little pyramid. Flat roof. You can create a... What was that? A belvedere? Wooden belvedere. This is obviously for a larger, like, three wide kind of building. This is only a two wide build. The other cool thing about it is you've got these bay windows as well, which you can then walk on top of and place a wooden bay kind of walkway as well. You can do a lot of really cool customization in your building in this game. And there we go. That's enough raw hides. Upgraded backpack, ladies and gentlemen. Upgraded backpack. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's just put away all our raw materials right here. Farmer. Build your first farm, plant 9 blueberry seeds. Question is, how many seeds do we have? We have 5 blueberry seeds. We have 5 pumpkin seeds. And we have 20 marigolds just sitting here right now. In order for us to get more seeds, we obviously need to collect more blueberries. But, ladies and gentlemen, whilst I go and collect more blueberries, I'm going to call it a day there. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. This has been a lot of fun. This is a lovely, chill game. If you're looking for a nice, laid-back, chill game which you can alter the difficulty settings for, by the way, you can do that. Mind I told you I changed the harvest multiplier? You can do it for the difficulty. You can do it in a peaceful mode. You can go standard, you can go hardcore, or you can go fully customizable. So if you like the look of this game, if you like the look and feel of this game, I highly recommend checking it on Steam. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on this game, because it's just chill. It's a nice, laid-back game. I don't need to use too much of my brain to actually play this game. And it's just a lovely, laid-back, good... It's just sheer entertainment for me. So if you're interested in it, go check it out on Steam. Go follow Lens Island on Twitter. And Julian, while you're at it, I'll put a link to those in the description if you want to go follow them. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Lens Island. I've had a great time today. As I said, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like on the video. Tell me what you think about the game. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos on Lens Island, consider subscribing. Ring the little bell. Stay up to date with videos just like this. And when I get my ISP all fixed up and I change over to a different ISP, I will be continuing my endeavours on my live streams, which are every Sunday. They start between 6 and 7 PM UK, go for about 3-4 hours. We play a variety of survival games and we just have a good time on live stream. So if you want to join that, consider subscribing and you'll be updated when I go live next. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Lens Island. I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.